We're going to turn now to another terrifying situation, an encounter for a man on his way home from the Bronx when he was confronted by two robbers armed with a gun. And now police are investigating this case as part of a bigger crime spree.
In fact, police say they've connected at least 8 different robberies across the Bronx, Washington Heights, and Inwood. The suspects took off with cash and bicycles, oftentimes threatening their victims with a gun. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo spoke to one of those victims. He is in Washington Heights with more. Anthony.
Joe, Liz, this is another unfortunate story of a New Yorker's routine being disrupted by crime. The victim tells me over the phone that when it's nice weather out, he enjoys taking the pedestrian bridge from Washington Heights back to the Bronx. In many of these robberies, as you mentioned, it appears the robbers are targeting people on electric bikes, pushing them off of them and stealing the bikes. In this case, they target a man who was simply just walking home from work. A walk across this pedestrian bridge from Washington Heights to the Bronx became a walk one man will always remember when he came face to face with two robbers.
They used saying that they were going to kill me if I don't give them the money. You know what I mean? Oh. And they make me kneel with a pistol, you know, pointing on my head.
Speaking to us over the phone in the middle of his workday, trying to earn back his money, the victim tells us he had just stopped by the bank before crossing this bridge and fearing for his life.
Of course I was. Of course. I thought I was going to die.
This robbery on March 18th, just after 7 at night, one of 8 police are now investigating as part of a pattern starting last month and spanning the Bronx, Washington Heights, and Inwood. Police releasing this video of one of the suspects accused of not only jumping turnstiles, but people too. People who want him off the streets.
That's very important because then it could happen to me. You know, it could happen to somebody else again. That's very scary.
Police say some of the robberies have been violent. The suspects armed in some cases, allegedly telling their victims, mostly all young men, "Give me your bike or I will shoot you. Give me your stuff or you will regret it." One of them, police say, punched in the face.
That's unfair that somebody tried to take something from other people that cost them effort and money to do that, so it's not fair.
Police say among the items stolen, electric bikes, AirPods, clothes, and the biggest score, $1,300 from the victim we spoke with.
The worst thing was I used to withdraw some money from my account. I mean, almost everything, my rent, and they took it all. Yep.
Oh my God.
That was my bad luck.
His bad luck, he says, just sad to hear. The victim made it a point to mention how young he believes the suspects were in this case. He believes they may have been scoping him out ever since he had left that bank and started his walk. He doesn't know for sure if the gun was real, but didn't want to stick around to find out. In some cases, police say the suspects said they had a gun. Another case, they held a sharp object to somebody's back. And in another case, they displayed a firearm. Safe to say the victim says he will no longer be using this pedestrian bridge anymore. We're live in Washington Heights. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.